guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Batgirl issue 51. And before I start talking about Batgirl, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 144, and that's show a review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are the exclusive comics. We have Outcast issue 18, Daredevil issue 6, Super Zeros issue 5, Deathstroke issue 17, Red Agent issue 4, International Iron Man issue 2, Miss Marvel issue 6, Spidey issue 5, Patsy Walker aka Hellcat issue 5, All New Wolverine issue 7, Star Wars issue 18, The Amazing Spider-Man issue 11, Black Canary issue 11, and X-Men Worst X-Men Ever issue 3. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 144, which is annotated. But let's start talking about Batgirl issue 51, which is the second to last issue of this whole Burnside Batgirl until we get to the DC Rebirth Batgirl. So the cover here is showing some boots, some costume in the garbage. So what is Babs deciding? Does she not want to be Batgirl anymore? That's the big question. It looks like Babs Tarr did the artwork for the cover. I want to make sure if I am correct on that. Let's see. Yes, Babs Tarr did do the artwork for the cover, but the interior artwork is different by 3 artists. Now, I will say the first art was pretty good. Stephanie looked a little weird with her facial features. Didn't quite look like Stephanie Brown, so that was one aspect I didn't love about it, but it was pretty clean art, and I liked how the villains looked, and they had some pretty good facial expressions. And then we get towards the middle of the issue where it was a bit plain, but I really liked the coloring. That made it pop, the artwork. So that was probably one of my favorite styles of the artwork, was the middle of the issue here. And then we have this scene where Babs is talking to her boyfriend, and that was where I thought it started getting a little sketchy. A little bit too many line work. You don't even get to see Batwing's eyes in one scene. Like over here on the side. So too many lines for me for that middle scene. So that was probably the worst out of the artwork. But yeah, I didn't love that it was inconsistent, the art. And it's a pretty short issue. It's only $2.99. So I don't know why we needed 3 artists on the book. So that's a bit of a complaint. But let's move on to the story and talk about that. So with this issue, it's Barbara for some reason not wanting to be Batgirl anymore. I mean, it's not like this automatic decision saying I want to quit being Batgirl. It's more her not really doing a lot of Batgirl stuff and her noticing that her plate is too full. You know, Spoiler and Bluebird are doing a little bit more in the issue. But then we do have Batgirl run into one of her villains, and she has to fight the villain, and that's kind of what happens in the end, is that she has to fight this villain by the next issue too. And then there's a connection to Gotham Academy, where Barbara is finding this map, or, you know, doing some research at Gotham Academy, and finds map in Olive, and I'm guessing Gotham Academy will be attached for the next issue also. So that's what's going on here. And they say in the end that Gotham Academy, Gladius is targeting Gotham Academy, so they will be a part of the next issue. Now, I didn't love this issue because, you know, I want a really cool farewell to this Burnside Batgirl that was, you know, very different for the character, because they are going in a different direction with DC Rebirth, which I'm excited for personally also. But yeah, it was weird that this felt more like a random tie-in to Gotham Academy. Now, I know the writer of Batgirl is the same writer as Gotham Academy, so I understand the story, but not really as a last farewell to Batgirl. Maybe because last issue was more the farewell to Batgirl, but why didn't you have the 50th issue for issue 52 instead? Maybe work it out that way, because now it just feels like you're filling time until DC Rebirth. And then, you know, the inconsistencies, like I said earlier, was a bit of a problem. And then I think my biggest problem with the issue, though, was Barbara's random you know, saying, oh, I'm not as good as I used to be. I don't really want to be Batgirl anymore was weird, because the last issue, it was Barbara being pumped. Hey, we have this new layer. Awesome, you know, things are going well for Batgirl. And now you have this weird lull in this issue where Barbara's like, I have too much on my plate. Should I do this anymore? Kind of feels weird and out of character for Batgirl to say that. Like, she would push to be Batgirl more than any of her other stuff in her life. So, I don't know. This just felt like a really weird issue to me, and more of a filler arc to get to the end, and I kind of wish this was more of a farewell arc, like the last issue was. So Batgirl issue 51 sadly gets 2.5 stars for me. I wasn't really into this issue. Hopefully issue 2 will improve a little bit more for me. But I did like the scenes with Maps and Barbara, where Maps realizes that Barbara's Batgirl. I thought that was amazing. It's like a 2-page scene, but that was a really cool scene and probably my favorite part of the issue. And I guess, you know, spoiler, oh, that was another thing I did like. I like that they kind of referenced Spoiler as a Robin type character in this issue, as she was helping Bluebird. They mentioned on the news, it's like, oh, this is like the new Batman and Robin, obviously, because Stephanie was Robin. And also, you know, Stephanie riding the Batgirl motorcycle reminds me, hey, she was Batgirl before. Don't know if they did that at all on purpose, but in my mind, as a huge Stephanie Brown fan, it was on purpose. So those are the aspects I did like of the issues. So Batgirl issue 51, like I said, gets 2.5 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.